Hello. Stop scrolling for 10 seconds. This is important. What if I tell you something that changes everything? You are not lazy. You were never lazy. And if you believe this lie, you are fighting the wrong enemy. Stay with me, because this chapter can save you years of self-blame. Chapter 1. The Lie About Laziness. Most people think their problem is laziness. They say, I have no discipline. I always procrastinate. Something is wrong with me. But this story is false. A lazy person does not feel pain. A lazy person does not feel frustration. You feel frustrated because you want more. That means you care. That means the problem is not your character. The problem is your energy. Here is a useful sentence to remember. I want to act, but I feel mentally tired. This sentence is honest, and honesty gives power. Your brain is overloaded. From the moment you wake up, it receives messages, videos, news, noise, other people's lives. The brain was not built for constant input. When the brain gets too much, it does one smart thing. It shuts down motivation. This is not failure. This is protection. Say this clearly. My brain is protecting me, not sabotaging me. The word lazy is dangerous. It ends thinking. It stops questions. When you say, I am lazy, you stop searching for real reasons. But when you say, something is draining me, everything changes. You start observing. You start removing. Language matters, in life and in English. A strong phrase is, this is not who I am. This is what is happening to me. Look around. Everyone is tired. Everyone is distracted. This is not personal. This is environmental. Your attention is attacked every day. Attention is energy. When attention is stolen, energy disappears. Then focus disappears. Then discipline disappears. The correct order is simple. First attention, then energy, then discipline. Remember this. Discipline does not work without energy. Here is another useful thought. My energy is not gone. It is scattered. When energy is scattered, nothing moves forward. You start many things and finish nothing. This creates guilt. Guilt creates stress. Stress pushes you back to distraction. This is the loop. And you cannot break it by pushing harder. You break it by reducing noise. Silence feels uncomfortable because the brain is addicted to stimulation. This discomfort is not bad. It is a signal. If you can sit with silence, even for a short time, focus starts to return. Clarity starts to return. Say this. Silence helps me hear myself. This chapter has one goal: to remove self-hatred. You are not broken. You are overstimulated. When you see the real problem, you regain control. Awareness comes first. Discipline comes later. In the next chapter, we will break down overstimulation step by step and show how it quietly enters your daily life. Before we move on, say this once, slowly. I am not lazy. I am overstimulated, and I am learning how to take my power back. Useful phrases. I am not lazy. I am overstimulated. My energy is scattered, not gone. This is not who I am. This is my environment. Discipline needs energy to work. Awareness is my first step. Chapter 2. What overstimulation really is. Now let's go deeper. If you understood Chapter 1, this part will hit even harder, because overstimulation is not something you choose. It enters your life quietly, slowly, almost politely. And that is why most people never notice it. They think this is just modern life, but modern does not mean healthy. Overstimulation is not one big problem, it is many small ones. It is checking your phone first thing in the morning. It is jumping between tabs. It is watching videos while eating. It is listening, scrolling, replying, thinking all at the same time. Your brain never finishes one task. It never rests. And when nothing ends, your mind feels unfinished too. Here's a useful sentence. My brain is busy, but I am not productive. This sentence explains everything. Your brain works on attention. Attention is limited. When you give it to everything, you give it to nothing. Overstimulation is not about doing too much work, it is about doing too many meaningless things. The brain gets tired, but the soul feels empty. That is why you feel drained even after doing nothing. Remember this: consumption without creation drains energy. Overstimulation enters your life through habits that look normal. Notifications, multitasking, background noise, constant updates. None of these feel dangerous alone, but together they create mental chaos. Chaos kills focus. Focus is needed for learning, for growth, for English, for confidence. Say this clearly: focus needs silence to grow. Many people think rest means more entertainment, more videos, more scrolling. But this is not rest. This is more input. Real rest is the absence of input. Silence, walking, one task, one thought. At first, this feels uncomfortable. Your mind wants stimulation. This is addiction, not need. A strong phrase to remember is, discomfort is the price of clarity. Overstimulation also changes how you see time. You feel busy all day, but nothing important moves forward. You end the day tired and disappointed. This creates a dangerous belief. I worked all day, but I did nothing. This belief damages self-trust. And without self-trust, discipline collapses. Use this sentence instead: I was active but not intentional. Look at how you learn English. Do you study one thing deeply, or do you jump between apps, videos, tips, and shortcuts? Overstimulation creates shallow learning. Shallow learning creates frustration. Deep learning needs fewer sources and more repetition. This applies to everything in life. A useful phrase is less input, more repetition. Another hidden effect of overstimulation is emotional numbness. When the brain is overloaded, it reduces sensitivity. You feel flat, unmotivated, detached. This is not depression, this is overload. The brain is protecting itself again. Do not fight it, reduce the load. Say this: my mind needs space, not pressure. The world tells you to optimize everything, faster, better, more efficient. But the brain does not work like a machine, it works like a garden. If you plant too many seeds, nothing grows. You need space, you need patience, you need focus. This is why calm people often win in the long run. They protect their attention. Remember this line: calm is not weakness, calm is control. This chapter is not asking you to escape technology or life. It is asking you to see clearly. Overstimulation is not evil, but unconscious overstimulation is dangerous. When you become aware, you regain choice, and choice is power. In the next chapter, we will talk directly to yourself. We will use self-dialogue to rebuild focus, energy, and direction. Before we move on, pause for a second. Ask yourself one honest question. What is overstimulating me the most right now? The answer is your starting point. Useful phrases. 1. My brain is busy, but I am not productive. 2. Less input creates more clarity. 3. Focus needs silence to grow. 4. I was active but not intentional. 5. Calm is control. Chapter 3. A Talk with Yourself. Now we slow down. Chapter 1 removed the lie. Chapter 2 showed the cause. This chapter does something more difficult. It asks you to talk to yourself, not in a dramatic way, in a calm and honest way. Because real change does not start with plans. It starts with a conversation you usually avoid. Sit still for a moment. No phone, no noise. Ask yourself one simple question. What is draining me? Not what annoys me, not what I dislike. What truly drains my energy? Let the answer come. Do not judge it. Just listen. This is important. A useful sentence is, I listen before I react. Now answer honestly. Maybe it is endless scrolling. Maybe it is late nights. Maybe it is people who take more than they give. Say it quietly. This is draining me. Naming the problem gives you control. Problems without names control you. Remember this phrase, what I name, I can change. Ask the second question, why do I keep doing this? The answer is not weakness. The answer is comfort. Distraction is comfortable. It protects you from boredom, from silence, from difficult thoughts. But comfort has a price. It steals focus. It steals direction. Say this clearly. Comfort today can cost clarity tomorrow. Now speak to yourself like a calm adult, not like an angry judge. Say, I understand why I escape, but this is not helping me. This tone matters. Change built on shame never lasts. Change built on clarity does. A strong phrase to remember is, I correct myself without attacking myself. Let's go deeper. Ask another question. What gives me energy? Not pleasure, energy. The answer is usually simple. Silence, walking, reading, writing, creating, speaking slowly, practicing English without pressure. These things feel small, but they rebuild you. Use this sentence. Small, calm actions rebuild my strength. This is where many people fail. They wait for motivation before acting, but motivation appears after clarity, not before. When you remove noise, the mind becomes lighter. When the mind is lighter, action feels easier. Say this, I do not wait for motivation. I create conditions for it. Talking to yourself also means setting boundaries. Say, I do not need to answer everything. Say, I can be offline. Say, my attention is valuable. These sentences are not selfish, they are necessary. Without boundaries, focus dies. Remember this phrase, protecting my attention protects my future. Now, notice something important. When you speak to yourself with honesty, anxiety reduces, confusion reduces. You stop running from thought to thought. You start standing still. This is not stagnation. This is grounding. Grounded people move slower, but further. A useful sentence is, I move with intention, not urgency. This chapter is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming aware. Awareness changes your relationship with yourself. You stop being the enemy, you become the guide. In the next chapter, we will turn this inner clarity into action, simple actions, small steps, real energy recovery. Before we move on, say this one sentence, mean it. I am learning to speak to myself with clarity and respect. Useful phrases. 1. I listen before I react. 2. What I name, I can change. 3. I correct myself without attacking myself. 4. Small, calm actions rebuild my strength. 5. I protect my attention. Chapter 4. How to get your energy back. Now it is time to act. Not big actions, not dramatic changes. Real change never starts big. It starts small and calm. After awareness comes recovery. You do not fix overstimulation by forcing productivity. You fix it by giving your mind what it lacks: space. The first rule is simple: remove before you add. Before new habits, remove noise. Turn off notifications for 1 hour. Put the phone in another room. Do one thing without background sound. Say this clearly: I remove what drains me before I push myself. Energy returns when the mind feels safe. Safety comes from simplicity. One task, one thought, one direction. Multitasking feels productive, but it steals focus. Focus restores energy. Remember this phrase: one thing done well is better than 10 things half done. Start with time blocks, short ones, 15 minutes of full attention, no phone, no switching. When the timer ends, stop. This trains trust with yourself. You finish what you start. Self-trust grows. A useful sentence is, I keep promises to myself. Rest is also action, but only real rest works. Real rest is silence, walking, breathing, sitting without input, not scrolling, not watching. Your brain needs emptiness to reset. Say this: rest means no input. When energy slowly comes back, discipline becomes possible. Not aggressive discipline, calm discipline. You do things without drama, without resistance. This is how stable people are built, not by force, but by rhythm. Remember this line: calm discipline beats motivation. This chapter gives you tools. The next chapter will show how focus grows like a muscle when you train it correctly. Before we move on, repeat this once, slowly. I recover my energy by simplifying my life. Useful phrases: I remove before I add. One thing done well is enough. I keep promises to myself. Rest means no input. Calm discipline builds strength. Chapter 5. Focus is a muscle. Focus is not talent. Focus is training. If you lost focus, it does not mean you are broken. It means you stopped training it. Just like a muscle, focus becomes weak when you do not use it correctly. The good news is simple: you can rebuild it. Most people try to focus for too long. This creates resistance. The mind escapes. Instead, train focus in short sessions. 10 minutes of full attention. One task. No switching. When you finish, stop. This teaches the brain something important. Focus is safe. Focus ends. Remember this phrase: short focus is better than forced focus. Boredom is part of the training. When you remove stimulation, boredom appears. This is not a problem. This is the door. Behind boredom is concentration. If you escape boredom, focus never grows. Say this clearly: I stay with boredom to grow stronger. Another rule is finishing. Start less, finish more. Every finished task builds confidence. Confidence makes focus easier next time. This is a loop that works in your favor. Use this sentence: I finish what I start. Distractions will come. Thoughts will appear. Do not fight them. Fighting creates tension. Simply return to the task, again and again. This is the real training, not perfection. Return. A strong phrase is, I gently return my attention. Focus grows faster when you remove pressure. You do not need to become productive overnight. You need consistency, calm consistency. 10 minutes every day beats 1 hour once a week. Remember this line: consistency builds power. This chapter is about patience. Focus does not come back in one day, but when it returns, everything changes. Learning becomes easier. Work becomes clearer. English becomes natural. In the final chapter, we will connect focus with a calm, strong life. Before we move on, say this once: I train my focus with patience. Useful phrases. 1. Focus is a skill, not talent. 2. Short focus beats forced focus. 3. I stay with boredom. 4. I finish what I start. 5. I gently return my attention. Chapter 6. A calm life is a strong life. This is where everything connects: focus, energy, calm. They are not separate skills. They are one system. A calm life is not a slow life. It is a clear life. When your mind is calm, your actions become precise. You stop reacting. You start choosing. Many people think calm means boring, weak, passive. This is wrong. Calm is control. Calm is knowing where your attention goes. Calm is deciding what matters and ignoring the rest. Say this clearly: calm gives me direction. When you remove noise, you hear your real thoughts, not fear, not comparison, direction. You feel less busy but more effective. You do fewer things but better. This is how strong people live: not loud, not rushed, focused. Remember this sentence: I do less, but I do it well. A calm life protects your future. When you protect your attention, you protect your learning, your work, your relationships, your English. Everything grows faster in calm conditions. Chaos feels exciting, but it wastes years. Calm feels simple, but it builds power. Say this: I choose calm over chaos. You are not here to fix everything at once. You are here to live intentionally, one decision at a time, one habit at a time, one focused moment at a time. This is enough. This always was enough. A strong phrase to keep is, small, focused steps change my life. Remember how this started. You thought you were lazy. Now you see the truth. You were overstimulated, distracted, overloaded. And now you have tools. awareness, reduction, focus, calm, discipline. This is not a motivation video. This is a new way of living. Before this series ends, say this one sentence, slowly, mean it. I build a calm life, and a calm life makes me strong. Useful phrases. 1. Calm is control. 2. I choose calm over chaos. 3. I do less but better. 4. I protect my attention. 5. Small, focused steps change my life. Thanks! Please subscribe and like. Spin a new yarn with us every week. See you there!